Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to make this quick video. I need to get ready for work. I need to find me a T-shirt. Anyways, so you know what? I wanted to talk about these teachers and these fights with these students that are happening across the country. You know, I'll start out by saying this. From what I remember, I can honestly say that I don't remember teachers and students fighting. I remember us talking back to some of the teachers, you know? We had those smart ass mouths. But I don't think anyone ever really got into a physical altercation. Maybe it was because I grew up in the country. Like, you know, my graduating class was 79 people. Like, my high school was 300 and something people, almost 400. Like, my town was very, very small. Like, one stoplight. We had one red light. We call them stoplights. And we had one red light, one traffic light. So I don't know if it was because, you know, people, no tea, no shade, but I don't know if it's because we're raised differently than people in the city. I don't know. But people just didn't really get into fights. But I will say this much. On some real shit. Maybe if you would have asked me this, I don't know, some years ago, I probably would have been like, these students, you know, I mean, these teachers ain't got no business fighting these students. Like, these teachers are out of line. Like, these teachers are fucked up. They need to be fired. I probably would have been on that type of shit. But now, I'm not. On some real shit, these students are on some disrespectful type of shit. And I'm not saying these teachers are not on some disrespectful shit either. You know, I think one thing I will say is, I think that in some situations, we're all taught that if an adult says something, the adult is right, you know? And that's not necessarily the case. Just because you're an adult, just because you're a teacher, does not mean that what you're saying is right. Does not mean that what you say to me won't get your ass cursed out. So I'm not saying that it's all the students' fault, but I'm gonna say this much. If I was a teacher and one of these students hit me, we're probably going to end up fighting. Did y'all see that video the other day of that stud who hit that old ass black lady? And I think they say she had just got back from cancer treatment or some shit like that. Do you know I would have whooped that bitch ass? I would whoop that nigga ass. Do you hear me? Do you know we would have tore that classroom up? Like, I just don't get it. Like, and then this is my thing. Like, you have to me, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I know of course, we're not going to agree on all of, you know, some of us not going to agree on this, but to me, like, okay, I'll use me as an example. I wasn't big in high school, but I was probably one of the biggest dudes probably in my class. Everybody else was like bone. Like, I was skinny, but like everybody else was skinnier than me, from what I remember. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, okay, like, I was 18 when I graduated. I was 18. So really and truly, when you think about it, people consider you an adult when you're 18. You may not be legal until you're 21, but you can pretty much make your own decisions, do what you want to do when you turn 18. 18 is that age where, boom, go on, you can move out. Your parents can't stop you if you want to move out the house because you're pretty much grown. So at 18, I was still in high school. So I graduated when I was 18. I was 18, I was a senior. Of course I was a senior. Let me get my story together. I was 18 when I graduated, basically. So at that point, when I turned 18, if I would have hit somebody in school, if me and the teacher would have gotten into a fight, really and truly, I'm grown at this point. Where's the line drawn? You see what I'm saying? Like, would you still look at it as though, oh, well, he's a high school student, but really and truly, he's still 18, and this is a big motherfucker fighting this student. I mean, this is a big motherfucker fighting this teacher, you know? Like, and even if you were 17 or 16 to 17 years old is not that far from 18. And I'm not lying when I say this, y'all, on some real ass shit. I remember when I was going to TSU, and my apartment complex used to be right across the street from Jack Yates High School in 3rd Ward. Right across the street. And I'm not lying when I say this. And not to be on no funny shit. So these high school students used to run around. Mind you, I thought these was grown ass men. I thought these was the dudes from TSU just running around, you know, for football practice and track practice. I didn't know. I had just moved to these apartment complexes. This apartment complex. So mind you, I see these dudes running around. These motherfuckers, I'm not lying, y'all. These motherfuckers was 5'11", bitch. Look like they're about 190 pounds. I'm talking about 6-pack. Bitch. Big fine ass niggas. Why I found that these motherfuckers was in high school? These big niggas in high school? These big niggas that's been running around here, I thought these motherfuckers was TSU Tigers. These are Jack Yates students. So the point I'm trying to make is some of these motherfucking students be big as fuck. And I don't give a good goddamn what nobody say. Some of y'all kids are bad as hell. That's just what it comes down to. Some of y'all kids are bad as hell. Yes, it's probably a case or two where the teacher was wrong and the student was like, you got me fucked up. Because I've heard some of these stories where some of these teachers, they talking crazy to these students. They calling these students niggas. So yeah. But some of y'all kids are bad as fuck. And 16, 17 is not that far from 18. Bitch, you can get mollywopped too. Y'all up here hitting motherfucking women, these old ass women who just got back from cancer. Woman probably weak as fuck. And you got this big stud up here, this big ass nigga up here trying to fight this woman. The fuck? For real? That's what y'all doing? Anyways, that's my take. Like, I couldn't be no high school teacher because, bitch, we fighting. We fighting down. We fighting like we in a club, okay? I understand that in some situations, these teachers are not right. And I don't have any evidence to back this up, but I honestly believe that it's more so the students than the teachers. I feel like a lot of these students get out of line. You know, you tell these students to do something, they got a smart ass mouth. Then all of a sudden, you know, the teacher probably, you know, try to pull rank on the student, like, you know, well, you need to get this together. You're gonna get in my classroom. Then I feel like the students start popping off, and then they just go from there. You know, a lot of these students, they want to spit in people's faces, punch people, slap people, and then everybody want to pull the, oh, you're a grown man, you're a grown woman card. Baby, these are some big ass high school students, big as fuck. And I'd be goddamn if one of these big 5'11" niggas weigh the same amount as me, gonna pop me, and I'm not gonna pop his motherfucking ass back. Girl, bye y'all.